You know, 2 players in the NBA have already been arrested. One, a former player. Chauncey Billups, the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, has been arrested in a gambling probe, and so has Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat. Both have been arrested, according to all sources. Now, here's the way I look at it. It ain't just going to be 2. I'm just telling you. I don't have any information on who is next, but something tells me as we go through this morning, there are going to be more. This seems like a sweeping deal, and it is rocking the NBA at its foundation. And remember, the NBA just started 2 days ago. It just started. Now, let's get to where we're at here. If you remember going back in the day, Tim Donaghy, disgraced official, went to jail, and he talked about the illegal gambling in the NBA. And he talked about how referees, how players, how you couldn't stop it. Well, turns out, at least as we sit here right now, at least by these arrests, it goes to every level in the NBA, whether it's referee, Donaghy, whether it's head coach. I can't believe a head coach in Chauncey Billups, player in Rozier. And we're going to keep you up to date on what's going on here. The Eastern District of New York has decided, apparently, after a long, we're going to follow the money type of deal. There's been rumors of this. Make arrests, at least 2 of them today. I got to assume, this is based on my history, nothing else. I got to assume there are more. Let me go to a bit of a crux of the problem here. And I have said this forever. Kindness is weakness to players. When you try to get along to go along or go along to get along with players. I don't know about business. I don't know about entertainment. Players. You know what they view? Kindness as, say it with me, weakness. And that's what Adam Silver has been. Remember, David Stern was his name, Stern. I don't know what happened with Michael Jordan. I don't know why he retired, but I know enough people that have told me may have been about gambling. They got him out of there. See, Silver comes in, and he's going to be the nice guy. He's going to be the placating guy. And the NBA has lost respect across the board. Not saying they haven't made money. Of course they've made money. It's a major league with stars, individual stars. But most people involved in the NBA knew that this league was teetering on incredible stupidity, and you're seeing it now. You're seeing it right now. And you may see it all across today. Gambling, well, let me put it to you this way. What could go wrong? When you legalize gambling, and you say, hey, it's good, man. Yeah, it's great. Okay. Guess what? This is going to happen. Apparently, Billups was involved in games, Billups was involved in poker. Rozier was involved in games. Now, to me, there's a big difference, and we'll talk about that as the day goes on. But here's the deal. When you're soft at the leadership, when you have no sack as a leader, none, zero, this is what happens. Players get looking around. They get bored. People say, if you make that much money, how in the hell can you gamble? What are you talking about? It isn't about the money. It's about the competitiveness. It's about taking care of your boys. It's about being one of your boys. That's what it is. And frankly, when you don't think that there is any consequence, athletes need consequence. They need strong leadership. They need direction. Even though they don't want it, they thrive in it. Big time. And at the top, you don't have it. You don't have it. Not one player, people like him. They respect him as an intellectual. But Adam Silver is not the guy that people fear. And you must have fear with athletes. Now, you can tell me I'm crazy. No, I have studied this. I studied this in college when I was going to be a coach in sociology. I study human behavior as a graduate assistant, as a head coach. This is something that I can do. I can do a freaking 3-hour program on the ability of athletes to go astray when they are not led. The need for athletes to have structure and boundaries. And when they don't, this is what happens. And it's not just professional. It's not just black, white, men. It's all athletes. They need this. So now, what are you going to see across the NBA? I don't know. But I do know this. Two arrested. not kind of sort of talked about, not brought in, arrested, cuffs, you're going downtown. Now, here's what's going to happen. The players that are involved in actual fixing games, fixing props, things of that nature, they're going to be dealt with harshly and they are going to be shunned. If more guys like Billups allegedly are involved in poker, people are going to go, who cares? And I would be one of those. No, I would be one of those. If somebody said to me, you couldn't play golf, I would learn how to play poker at a championship level because I need that competitive, and that's what these guys need. There is nothing like being an athlete in a big-time environment. You can never replace it, but you still have that competitive drive, and poker or golf fills that competitive drive. So I say to Billups, hey, man, that's a bad break. Illegal poker operation tied to the mafia, according to Dan Wetzel. Apparently, according to Dan Wetzel, money being funneled back to La Cosa Nostra. What? What are you doing? What's going on here? This just broke. Billups, you're supposed to be a leader of men. You're supposed to be a guy that is above it. You're supposed to be, by the way, Damon Jones, former Cavalier player and coach, Damon Jones, who's a big man. He's been on our show, actually. He's LeBron's boy. He's been arrested as well. So there's three. 6 people were charged Thursday with turning professional basketball into a criminal gambling operation by using insider information to place unlawful wagers. Kash Patel, the FBI chief, is expected to announce the charges along with other law enforcement officials during a press conference today at 10 o'clock. Remember, this is on the heels of Jonte Porter, Michael Porter's brother, fixing props. So here's the deal. You've got a league-wide problem. How do you handle it? How do you handle it now? You know what you do? You just keep going on. Got bad apples? We'll get a new coach. Nobody needed Damon Jones on their staff anyway. Chauncey Billups replaceable like that, a man of no integrity. Although that's surprising to me because he's always acted and been in such a way that he does have integrity. But none, zero, zip. If you are a leader of men and you are a head coach, then damn it, you are responsible for the people below you and you are supposed to be a leader. You're not supposed to be some jackass playing, as Dan Wetzel said, in illegal poker games and funneling the money to La Cosa Nostra. You're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to be above, and you're supposed to do it every fucking day. But that's not what the NBA wants anymore. That's not what the NBA is anymore. That's not it. The NBA, hey, man, we want pop culture. Hey, man, no, we don't want leaders. We don't want real men. We don't want people that are adults. We want children. You have children in your league. You have children as coaches. Chauncey Billups never went through the channels of being a coach. There's a hell of a difference between going through the channels of being a player, graduate assistant, having to go to school, learn how to coach, learn under our guys, do the grunt work, be a volunteer assistant, be a part-time assistant, be a full-time assistant, and get to a head coach, or be a high school coach that works your ass off. Do yourself, get a favor done, go to work camp. Next thing you know, you're in the damn program at Indiana. Next thing you know, you're an assistant. Next thing you know, you get to be a head coach somewhere. He didn't do that. Had an entitled professional life. None of these guys do. And they're all children. Spoelstra does. I bet you don't see Spoelstra indicted. Maybe you will. Who knows? But that's what this is about. The NBA is ran by children that are enabled by an adult that isn't a real adult. And I'm not surprised at any of this shit. I'm not. I'm also not surprised. I will be surprised, if the Pacers are involved in this because they're run as a family organization with an adult as a coach, with an adult as a general manager, with an adult as a president, and an adult as an owner. You tell me some guy named Chauncey Billups is an adult if as a leader of $1 billion organization, he's dumb enough to get involved with illegal poker games that are funded, according to Wetzel, through La Cosa Nostra. You tell me that. You tell me how stupid you've got to be. That's according to this article Dan Wetzel just put out. So we'll all go yay rah Charles. We'll all go yay rah. Look at the NBA is starting. You can't say anything because, it's racist. Bullshit. This is a sport I love. This is a league. I ran home to watch the Bulls and Bob Love play in the playoffs, play in regular season games, sat up in my room and watched. And it's unrecognizable now. Why? Because you have freaking children involved. You don't have adults. And the adults do things like legalize gambling, legalize weed. What could go wrong? I had one of the most famous people in sports tell me this morning, and I can read it to you. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I have not asked him if I could read it. All right? I've not asked him. But here, when I said, hey, man, you looking at this? Are you seeing this? And I sent him Shams' article. Oh, is that wrong? Huh. Here it is. Wow. Making pot and gambling legal. Great idea. What's the worst thing that could happen? Yeah, we know. We're not allowed to say it, and people will go, well, you're equating to... No, I know. No, I know. But it's unbelievable. Making gambling legal. What could go wrong? The NCAA just was stupid enough, starting November 1st, to allow student athletes to bet on professional sports. Now, how dumb is that? How stupid is that? Why are they allowing it? Because they are acquiescing to 18 to 23-year-olds, and who in the hell should ever acquiesce to 18 to 23-year-olds? Nobody. You should never acquiesce to 18 to 23-year-olds. You should be kicking 18 to 23-year-olds' ass so when they're adults and have real jobs, they don't get involved like this idiot Chauncey Billups in illegal poker games where the money is being funded or funneled to La Cosa Nostra. Or when you got $1 million job and you came from nothing like Terry Rozier, you don't fuck it up by doing some stupid stuff, getting involved with morons, and being an illegal gambler and losing your livelihood in a sport or in a business that you'll never make that kind of money again, ever. Tell me what Terry Rozier is ever going to do where he can make $5, $10, $15 million, $20 million a year. You can't give it to me. But this is what happens. Children. Am I overreacting? Maybe. Don't care. No, it just pisses me off because this is a sport I love. And we have to look at and see every day this type of stupidity because why? You know why? We don't want to be we don't want to be called racist by putting discipline in. We don't want to be called anything. We don't want to seem harsh to people. We want to let players do whatever the hell they want and run the show. We don't want discipline. We don't want harsh punishment. You're seeing it here in Indy. We've got a prosecutor, Ryan Mears, that lets every jackass off. He's trying to be tough with Mark Sanchez, and we got a massive crime problem here in Indy. No, it's unbelievable. So here it is. Billups is arrested. Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups has been arrested by the FBI for alleged illegal gambling. Heat guard Terry Rozier was arrested this morning as part of an FBI sports betting gambling probe, sources tell. The Eastern District of New York and FBI Director Kash Patel will hold a press conference at 10 a.m. Eastern to announce arrests from the investigation. We'll keep you updated. It's our understanding this is just the beginning. And as I said earlier, the NCAA just approved. I can't believe they're this stupid. I really can't believe they're this stupid. I want to make sure I got my glasses on. They just approved a rule change permitting athletes and athletic departments to wager on professional sports. How stupid. I mean, why in the fuck would you allow 18 to 23-year-olds to do this in your billion-dollar industry? You don't want to be sued. Get sued. Honest to God. Following the Division I Cabinet's approval 2 weeks ago, Division II and Division III management councils have now signed off listen to this, making the rule effective November 1st. The change does not alter long-standing ban on betting on college sports. Really? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't change it, huh? Okay. Nor does it lift restrictions or sharing inside information about college competitions with bettors. Additionally, the NCAA will continue to reject sponsorships and advertising from betting companies for its championship events. Yeah, good for you. Wow, you really showed them. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to allow betting ads. But, hey, you guys go ahead. So stupid. Even with this update, the NCAA made it clear it does not endorse sports gambling, particularly amongst students. You just let them do it. What are you talking about? You don't endorse it. What are you talking about? I mean, are you insane? Are you nuts? You don't endorse it, but you're going to let them do it. Really? Huh. Yeah, we don't endorse it, but we're going to make a provision that you can do it. Here's how you don't endorse it. No, we ain't doing it. That's how you don't endorse it. That's exactly how you don't endorse it. No, we're not doing it. No. Not happening. Not going on. Not going to happen. That's all there is to it. So now you've got guys, and at 10 o'clock, the FBI director. Now, I don't think this is all athletes. There's rumors there's going to be a ton more. I don't know whether it is. I don't know whether it isn't, but I know we got 3. 2 coaches. Damon Jones was hitting jump shots. Remember him? He was a guard, LeBron's guy. LeBron involved? Guarantee you this, if LeBron's involved, he ain't getting arrested. I don't think. But that's LeBron's guy. Huh, interesting. So you got Damon Jones, assistant coach with the Cavaliers. You got Chauncey Billups, head coach of the Trailblazers. And you got scary Terry Rozier, who's living up to his reputation as a complete idiot. I don't know, man. You tell me. You tell me. It's going to be a crazy morning in the NBA. Malik Beasley was a guy that was always under suspicion for gambling. He hadn't been signed with a team. Who's next? That's the game you play, right? Who's next? Damon Jones was LeBron's guy. Huh. Anyway, long story short, here we go. Here we go. Numerous arrests in illegal sports betting and poker game schemes are coming. Schemes. This isn't, hey, man, Double D's having a poker game in his house. This is schemes. Money laundering. Money going for illegal use. Tim Donaghy told us. Tim Donaghy told everybody. A lot of gambling going on. Ton of it. A lot of it. All over the place. All over the place. I mean, what are we doing? You know, a lot of people say, why would they do this if they make all this money? Competitiveness? But as the great Isaiah Thomas told me, 52% of every NBA's player's dollar, 52 cents on every NBA player's dollar is gone before they get it. And he had it all spelled out when he was head of the Players Association. He, myself, Coach Knight, were sitting in our locker room at IU. And I'm like, wow. He goes, Dan, these dudes that you're reading buying cars and mansions, they broke. What is it? NFL player, 3 to 7 years after they play, 75% are broke. Hard to do with the modern contract, but hey, you're seeing it. How much money did Chauncey Billups make? Chauncey Billups got a big contract from ESPN to do NBA games, if you remember, to do NBA Countdown, if you remember, for a few years. I remember being at a game doing I think it was Purdue game, and they threw it back to the studio, and it was me, Chauncey Billups, and he was in studio with somebody else, and we're going back and forth. Head coach of an NBA team. Head coach, the leader, all the great leaders arrested for gambling. It's truly believable because when you have zero leadership at the top, zero toughness at the top, zero fear of reprisal, of consequence at the top, this is the kind of shit you get. And I don't give a damn who gets mad at me. I don't give a damn